Well, good morning. We continue our conversation about a new earth, about the practical application of the principles and practices of conscious living that is the foundation for our life in a new earth. And so I'll refer back to the acronym we use for OASIS, Oneness, arising from stillness, inspiring simplicity. And to really see how that manifests in our lives, simplicity, this would refer to the recognition of the one thing, the function, how we serve as the portal through which the unmanifested manifests. And this is seeing that our life, our daily life, is spiritual practice, it's spiritual demonstration of the power, the glory that is this creative force that would use us for its expression. Okay, so here in the community, what we are devoted to is supporting each member's fullest expression of their creativity every day. Okay, because this is our function, is our happiness. So if we are supporting each other in our highest expression, then we're supporting each other in our highest happiness. So the idea of simplicity means that we no longer see anything as special because we see everything as special, okay? The secret to sort of this awakened state is that whereas before in our more unconscious lives, we were always seeking the extraordinary because the ordinary would seem so boring. Here, in a new earth, we see the ordinary as extraordinary. We see the extraordinary in everything because the extraordinary is in us. Okay, it's an amazing shift when we see that our existence is extraordinary. The daily expression, okay, as we pay attention, we're up well before sunrise and we're getting ready for that, the majesty, the miracle of the sun, of the light coming. You know, again, this is again what the Incas celebrated, what many cultures celebrated so deeply. If you can imagine every day, simply you're celebrating a new day. You're celebrating the return of the sun. You're celebrating the opportunity to live, to breathe, and again, recognizing that we are being breathed, we are being lived. You know, life itself is using us for its celebration. It's really an amazing thing. And again, like I say, what once seemed extraordinary now is the new ordinary. Okay, so because of this recognition, there's never a reason, you know, to go back into that egoic or tribal way of thinking of, oh, this person or this event or this activity or this vacation or whatever is like, wow, something special, something to look forward to. No, that makes no sense because every day, now, I mean, you could be doing things, traveling or whatever. It doesn't matter. The form no longer matters because every day is exactly the same. Every day is exactly the same opportunity for your maximal expression, your maximal creativity. You're giving your greatest gift, okay, great lesson, line from A Course in Miracles, to give all to all. Okay, so if you're just this fully present fountain of creativity, fountain of joy, you're giving your highest gift, and it doesn't even matter where or for whom or whatever. No longer do those conditions mean anything. It's in you. I mean, again, you could be sitting alone in a room all day and experiencing this same thing. This is where, in olden times, these spiritual masters might live in a cave for 20 years simply to get to this recognition that the conditions mean nothing. This is an internal process. Now, because we are more collectively higher, more highly evolved, we don't need to retreat to the cave to learn this. We can now learn this in our daily life. This is where Graf Durkheim gave such a big contribution, where he would show that daily life as spiritual practice is possible anywhere. Anytime. There's no conditions. You don't have to be living in a monastery. You don't have to be doing any special mantras or meditations or whatever. No, it's simply seeing daily life, ordinary life, as this majestic spiritual exercise. It's our highest function. This is again what one will realize as he or she steps into this consciousness, is that no longer is the former tribal and egoic conditioning meaningful. No longer does it dictate how we feel, how we think, how we behave at all. Okay, oneness arising from stillness, inspiring simplicity. To live simply is easy when you know what I know. When you have this recognition of this incredibly majestic daily function, like I say, the ordinary day, every step, every breath is imbued with this radiant, beautiful, love and light-filled energy. Like we're feeling it all the time. And so it's easy then to see it manifest around us. Spending time in nature is important, especially for someone new to this practice, because nature will reflect back to us the majesty that's in us. We see it in nature. Hopefully we feel it internally. It's balanced, it's complete. There's nothing else. So you add other humans to the mix. Okay, so this is a higher level of expression where you can be amongst others. They could be conscious or not, and it doesn't matter. No longer do others affect our state. There's no condition with other humans that is required. Again, our opportunity with other humans, which again is a step higher in our level of practice than sitting alone in nature, our function is to be this gift, is to be this expression of the divine with with another person or with these other people. And again, if we're paying attention, listening, we'll see this endless opportunity to give, right? If we're around someone and they're in some level of discomfort, pain, if they're expressing their version of a call for love, what is the appropriate response? Love. Okay, so in A New Earth in the Language, Eckhart would avoid the word love. He would say, we bring acceptance to that situation. Perhaps we bring appreciation to that situation, like appreciating this person acting out as a way of inviting us to give. It's an invitation to give. Remember, everything is, our world is no longer for getting from. We don't need to get something from this other person at all. We don't need to get recognition. We don't need to get acceptance. We don't need to get appreciation. We don't need to get anything because it's coming from inside us. Okay. As you walk in the world, you're receiving this level of appreciation and enthusiasm from the universe going, wow, thank you. Thank you for being the window, the portal. Thank you for being the bridge. Thank you for being the way that I, the great I am, can express itself in this situation. So again, our practice is to learn, cultivate stillness, okay, oneness, the divine arising from stillness. Oneness can move through us into the situation if we learn to be still. Being still means to listen, pay attention, right? Whenever we're tempted to react in a situation like, oh, this person's causing me trouble, or oh, this person is attacking me in some way, it's like shifting that recognition to know this person's giving me a gift. This person is offering me an invitation, this opportunity to be still, and then to express from a base level of acceptance, ideally with appreciation, which would be love, compassion, kindness, generosity, all of these attributes, aspects of love, okay? Love's presence wants to move through us in any situation, because that's what love's presence acknowledges, that what it's seeing through your eyes is simply a call for love. Everything always is a call for love. Everything you see. So it's kind of like, wow, the honest response to a call for love is love. And it's actually very easy to do when we realize that the infinite is using us as a conduit for love's expression. We don't have to have any great capacity to love. Love is.